All right, hi everybody. It's time for the welcome to the Big Boy Projects hangout, and it's what's today, February 9th, 2015, and I just finished watching the damn Walking Dead and lost my mind. It is season what is it? Season 5, episode what is it? Episode 9, maybe. Some,
Hmm.
some, some,
Yeah,
stuff I should know before I start talking about it. Yeah, season 5, episode
episode
9.
9. Yeah, episode 9.
Yeah. What happened and what's going on is the name of the episode, and well, we know what happened and we know what's going on.
Right.
So I'm Cecil, y'all can introduce yourselves.
Uh, I'm James, and my tag says it's so hard to say goodbye at the bottom.
And I'm Jose. And yeah, I'm still stunned. I'm recovering.
You're in recovery right now.
I'm in recovery.
Right.
Okay. Okay. That's understandable. We'll see if we can get you through this. It was a very okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. For me, this was one of the best episodes of the series. I mean, it's got to be in maybe my top 3 or top 4 episodes ever. And usually I'm not happy at all when characters that I love, are taken from us. I was angry when they got Dale. I was angry when they found Sophia.
Herschel.
That one got me for real. But
Herschel.
I was angry. The only time I ever cheered when somebody died was when Andrea got killed, which was phenomenally great. Love that.
You were happy when she died?
Oh yeah, I was thrilled. Hated her. Didn't stand her. Glad she was dead. Never want to see her again. Don't even want to see her in other shows. So
Ouch.
yeah, but this one, and Beth didn't. I was more interested in what the aftermath of Beth's death was, not necessarily Beth dying. I figured if anybody was gonna die, she was to me a bit expendable. We talked about that, but Tyrese, that sent me through a lot of things, and this episode did such a good job of explaining his journey and you really just kind of tying up loose ends with his with the complexities of his character. I just thought it was phenomenal. So before I go into it, because I could talk about it for hours, James, kind of overall, where were you in how you felt about the episode or whatever?
Well, like you said, this is one of the best, I say top 5 episodes of all time so far on The Walking Dead. I ain't gonna say for all time, but the show hasn't ended yet, so we don't know what's ahead. But just knowing that you don't have to go through hoops through shows. The story was phenomenal. The acting was phenomenal. For instance, like when Noah found out that his whole community was gone, and he was devastated by that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like showing that raw emotion of your whole family's gone. I guess it's I picked Noah because we haven't seen him really fully act, I guess, in my opinion. So to see him in that emotional state really got me on Noah's side for for a little bit to
Yeah.
well, you know my reasons why I ain't going into that.
No, I think you should. No, I think you should. I think you should tell everybody why you aren't quite on Noah's side.
Because in my opinion, he killed Tyree. That's my opinion.
Okay, and I disagree with that fully, but Jose, I guess I'll let you say what you think about what James just said. Do you feel that Noah killed Tyrese?
Yes and no. I both agree that yes, Noah indirectly caused Noah indirectly caused Tyrese's downfall. However, y'all have been in the zombie apocalypse for going on what, 3, 4 years now in Showtime. You don't stop and look at the roses while you haven't cleared the house. That's your fault. You stopped and got mesmerized by some pictures of little twins. Which, what the hell was that about? You got mesmerized by these pictures and you didn't clear the rest of the house. That's your fault. You did that. But yeah, I do agree with James. Had Dingleberry not ran to his house, that wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, I disagree with both of y'all ridiculously hard. I don't think for any reason. That's really like saying that that's like agreeing with Martin. When Martin was talking to Tyrese about, well, if you had done this, then this wouldn't happen. If you had done this, then this wouldn't happen. If you hadn't paid your bill and all this other bullshit. You can't play if then in the zombie apocalypse.
Right.
Tyrese knows to clear the house. Tyrese was the one who made the choice to stop Noah to go into the house before he went into the house. He started running, but Tyrese stopped him. And Tyrese made the choice to go in first. That had nothing to do with Noah at all. Noah could have gone in there and he would have been the one to get ate up because he probably wouldn't have been paying attention or whatever. Tyrese made the choice to do that. Nope, stop right there. I'm going to be the hero. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do it. And then he decided to forego what he said he was going to do, and he got chewed up twice because of it.
So where exactly are you disagreeing with me? I just said the exact same thing.
What you said was that you agreed with James.
I said I agree. I said I agree with both. It was Tyrese's fault.
Yes, you started with yes or no. You started with yes or no, but the last thing you said was that you agreed with James. I don't. I do not agree with James. I think that was 100% Tyrese's fault. Now, you don't think it's 100% Tyrese's fault, right?
I agree that both it was his fault, but Noah indirectly contributed to it.
Right?
Huh? I can hear you. You broke up. What?
You don't think it's You do not think that it's 100%.
His death was 100% his fault, but Noah aided in that.
Okay, I do. I feel like it's 100% Tyrese's fault. It had nothing to do with Noah.
See, they going off logic, and logic, it makes sense, but I blame Noah because I need somebody to blame.
Nah.
Wait, once you get like they always killing off these good dudes, I just need some grounding point, and Noah is that grounding point because he was the closest to Tyrese at the time.
I just know. I remember last time we talked about The Walking Dead, my racist theory was kind of starting to fall apart. Yeah, they reaffirmed it.
Nah, they back. It's back on track. It's
back on track. Right.
So there's not Michonne and Gabriel and Noah.
Huh?
They're not black. Michonne and Gabriel and Noah aren't black.
They introduced the preacher and they took out Bob. They introduced Noah. They took out
Tyrese. But wait, we talked about this racist theory once before, and yours was whenever they
introduce a new black
at a time.
Yeah, when they introduce a new black person, a previous established black person has to be taken out.
Okay.
And the only one who seems to be safe is Michonne.
And we don't really even know if that's going to be the case much longer.
Right.
But honestly, even though they're not doing it the way the comic book goes, they're actually kind of taking them all out the way a similar character is taken out in the comic book. So yeah, they're kind of going along.
Right. But it also go back to our old theory about the moral compass.
True.
Well, like,
whoever gets the hope is the one who's going to be taken out.
Right. You can't be the moral compass.
But that's not even our theory. The people on the show have already stated that that's pretty much the case.
Right.
You can't have no hope.
Right.
Chris Hardwick, the one who does the Talking Dead, yeah, he's onto that. He done got hit for that a while back, like we did.
Now Michonne trying to be the moral compass.
Yeah.
No, don't do it. Pass that baton to somebody else. Maybe Gabriel.
That fucking guy.
Here, Gabriel. Here's some hope.
I
Run
can't
with it.
stand that dude. I don't know if it's the character. I don't know if it's the actor who's playing him. Even though I like the actor who's playing him, maybe it's the way he's playing him. I don't know. I don't like him.
Well, you're not the only one. For what I see, not too many people do like him in the first place. So, but going back to Tyrese's death, the whole bringing back the old cast members
That was cool.
as ghosts, that was amazing. It was like heaven and hell battling out. I thought. Now, what your guy thought about the whole bringing back the cast?
This episode is definitely, I think, for me, it was the most emotionally gut-wrenching sense than showing Sophia in the barn. Far more heart-wrenching than that.
Right.
I can't. I won't go there. I don't think that they can do too much to pull my heartstrings in the way that they did that with that child. But I do think that having all of those characters, and for some reason I can't. I was talking to James before this, and I just cannot remember Lizzie's sister's name to save my life. But to pull Beth, pull the governor, pull Martin, these very pivotal characters that made Tyrese, they kind of were with Tyrese on his journey. Because for me, the I guess the pivotal moment in his change in character was when he jumped out of that Magnum and climbed into a herd of zombies. He was just kind of giving up. He was upset about Karen, and he was just gonna go out swinging, but he was really just kind of it was kind of like a death by cop sort of situation,
Right.
a suicide by cop sort of situation. But he made it through, and when he made it through, he decided that maybe being more passive might be the thing to do. Yeah, I got to kill if I have to. Yeah, I got to protect my sister and protect the baby or whoever. But I'm not really. I'm all right babysitting. I'm all right. Just kind of chilling right here. I'm good.
Right.
And that frustrated me for a while. I didn't quite understand it, and it frustrated a lot of people. But what this episode did, it really just kind of made me understand why he did that. And he was able to really just kind of I mean, he had this. It seemed like he had the same questions that we did. Why am I like this? And he was able to really just kind of use the governor and Martin on one end, and use Beth and Bob and the girls on the other end to really just kind of tie up the loose ends to why he was like that and answer any of his questions. And once he realized that he made the right decision, it was okay for him to let go.
Right.
I knew they weren't going to save him when they cut his arm off, because they don't do the same trick twice on the show. They didn't do the same trick twice. It worked for Herschel, but that's not going to work.
Plus, Herschel got bit once, and I think I was thinking in my mind, in the time it took them to from the moment he got bit to the time they chopped it off.
Right, it was too late.
Maybe 10 minutes at the most, from when they got him to the kitchen and chopped it off. This dude at least had to have been sitting there for at least 15, 20 minutes, and he got bit twice.
Right, probably longer than that.
And the second time was in the same open wound.
Right.
So it was just.
There was no general area, but that's still another injection of that live virus going straight up his arm.
Right. Plus, probably longer than that because they had to save Noah.
That's true. It probably was longer than that.
Because it was longer than that because they first had to find out that he was even there. They didn't know.
Right.
And they had to go through. All this extra first in order to do it. I really thought Noah was gonna bite it too. I thought one of those zombies when they came through the gate was gonna, especially when
that
Rick
last one.
Shoulder, and I was like, okay, well Rick missed, so goodbye Noah. We gonna say goodbye to two black folks this episode, and my finger was on the button for yes, the one nigga at a time, you know, theory is back on. But then they didn't, so I was like, no, that I can't go there. But yeah, the fact that it opened up, they really kind of tricked us with everything. They started messing with our heads with the, um, last time on The Walking Dead, because last time on The Walking Dead was all about Beth.
Right.
And then they opened up with all of these little scenes. They opened up with
The show.
kind of the funeral thing and the dirt being in the grave and all this and the other. So here we are thinking, okay, well they're gonna bury Beth, and it's gonna be lots of Maggie crying, and it's gonna be lots of this. It's gonna be all of that, and they ended with the same scenes, but it's Tyrese being buried. I'm like, what?
Right.
So they really were messing with us, and if you notice, it was a different tone. It was a very different tone for this episode than it had been for any other episode. I didn't see a lot of the tropes that they use normally on this show. It was directed different, and it's funny because it was Greg Nicotero who directed it.
Right.
He always directs really good episodes. He directs some of the best episodes of the show, but he took a departure, and that departure was cool.
Right.
It started out with it felt like a fever dream. It felt like hallucinations. The whole episode.
Right.
So I don't know. I really like the direction that they took.
I guess because it's the Tyrese's thoughts, his last thoughts, and him trying to come to terms with everything, instead of just this outer world messing with things. He most worried about himself.
One little part that surprised me was how quickly Noah came to grips. Yeah, he had his emotional moment, and Tyrese gave him the pep talk, and he ran to his house, and he had to see was that his mom? I'm guessing that's his mom.
Wow.
Dead or whatever. Put the blanket over his mom's head, and somewhere along the line, he was over it because he didn't have that emotional reaction. He didn't hesitate. He put that little plane right through his baby brother's eye and killed it. He didn't hesitate. He didn't have that, oh my God, that's my brother. Oh no. You know how most of the characters who are emotionally attached to family, they have that hesitation. They can't destroy whatever remnant of their family member is now a zombie. They can't go through it. He grabbed it, boom, in his eye, and then ran to go get help. He didn't even let that sink in, that he just put a model airplane through his baby brother's face.
Well, because he already knew that wasn't his baby brother. If you go back to the episodes when they were talking with Beth at Grady, Noah talked a little bit about how he understood the difference between who people were and who people are now. So he didn't even have to wrestle with that at all. He wrestled with that outside the house. Once he, came to grips with the fact that, number one, his mother didn't turn into a zombie. I mean, it seemed like that one twin brother was the only one of the three members of his family who actually turned into a zombie. The other two were just dead.
Right.
So I don't know if somebody shot, maybe that brother shot the other two in the head. You really don't know what happened, but they weren't zombified at all. So he didn't really have to wrestle with that. So that wasn't a struggle that he went through.
True.
Yeah. But yeah, otherwise, we have so much to deal with now. They call themselves going to Washington.
Right.
I really never thought they'd get out of Georgia, to be honest. With them being in South Carolina was really strange. But yeah, I don't know. It just felt weird that they weren't in Georgia and now they're going to Washington. Are they gonna make it to Washington? Probably not. This is The Walking Dead.
Right.
If they do make it to Washington, it's probably gonna be some old bullshit. Or some other comic book character is gonna show up. Please don't ruin it. But yeah, there's a lot going on now, and that shout out to Sonequa Martin Green, who plays Tyrese's sister. Who, please remind me of her name again? I never remember her name.
Sasha.
Thank you, Sasha. Just that one non-verbal scene when she grabbed the shovel from Daryl sent me through. That was it. I was done. I was completely done when she grabbed that shovel And I was telling James earlier, there were really just kind of four beats on that in that last 3 minutes of the show that did something to me. That was them pulling Tyrese out the car and them realizing that he was dead. Them throwing the dirt on him and the sheet when they actually put the sheet over him and they started throwing the dirt on him. That was the second one. His sister going through what she went through when Daryl handed her the shovel. She damn near collapsed. She was just like, I can't even hold this. I can't do it. Here's the dirt. Please take this dirt. I can't do it.
Right.
And just the realization that the scenes from the beginning weren't them burying Beth.
Right.
It was, those four things really just kind of hit me in the span of 3 minutes, and it was very emotional. It was very, very emotional for me. I loved it. It was just a well written, well told episode. It was
right.
Very, very
and the thing is, like, what happened? What they did with Beth? Did they bury Beth or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
On how Sasha's gonna take everything, because basically she's got nobody.
Right.
She got the group, but the people she really loved and trusted are gone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everybody else got somebody. That's the big thing. Because, like I said, I know Maggie grieving, but she still got Glenn.
Yeah.
Like Michonne, she still got.
Well, Michonne's still a loner, but she kind of has the group.
Right. Yeah, basically she.
That's enough for Michonne.
Yeah, but for Sasha, it was totally different. Because Bob, she let her guard down. It took a while to let her guard down towards Bob, but it happened.
Yeah, that's true.
And she let her guard down because that's her brother.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only two people she really let her guard down and really talked to. And now both of them are gone.
Yeah. Yeah, they had a really interesting flashback, and the timing was really, I guess, poignant when they flashed back to Sasha killing the Terminus dude.
Right.
And the way that she did it. And I think they even... I'm not sure. I don't remember quite, but did they show it from a different angle than they showed it when they showed it the first time? I don't know. But there just seemed to be this real, I don't know, just really just poignant moment in them showing that right then and just kind of showing their journey, the journey of the both of them. And it kind of ended with, when Bob died and how Sasha was so just devastated that she just had to kind of take it out on somebody. I think that's a trait, within that family. They really they have to get that emotion out, and they get it out violently sometimes, because Tyrese had to do it in that herd.
Right.
And Sasha really kind of had to do it, with those Terminus cats. And I got to get somebody to get all of this energy out of me, and then I'll be okay. Right. Poor Sasha, she doesn't have the opportunity to be okay because Bob's dead and now Tyrese is dead too. So she got to hold off on okay for a moment. So.
And watching the IGN interview, he said that he hopes Sasha listened to him, as in, don't overreact. It's okay now. I'm in a good place now. Think of the positive side of this instead of going ballistic. Listen to your brother's teachings. That's what he's trying to know.
Yeah. Who knows what's going to happen to Sasha? Who knows what Maggie is going to feel? Once again, of course, Rick is all right. He still got his son. He still got his daughter. He has his beard, which is awesome. So we're all happy for Rick. I'm a little less happy for Rick now because they don't seem to suffer as. He lost Lori, but that's it. he lost Lori.
Right.
Everybody else is still intact, and he's even added to his family since this show started. So I don't know. Anyway, if there's nothing else, I'm just ready for the next awesome episode of this show.
Well, we give it 5 paws, 5 thumbs up, 5 stars.
Okay. 5 wolves. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Sure. We'll do that.
Perfect score.
It was good. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining. Like, subscribe, share, comment. And and the like. We love it. We'll see y'all next week.
You.